Doesn't look like it. So, yeah. We do have some folks over on Twitch as well. Man, it's a lot to keep up with when you're live streaming to so many different locations. So I don't know if it's a good idea, if it's a bad idea. It's probably not the best idea to live stream to so many different locations. But we're doing it anyways. We're testing it out. We're having fun. It is awesome, awesome, awesome to see all of you guys hanging out. For sure. For sure. So, yeah. I mean, right now it's very strange because I have, I have like, 7 different TikTok windows open. I don't know exactly how TikTok sets up its chat and its live chats and everything. So it's bizarre. If I miss anything, I apologize. But it does look like Happy Nuggets said hi. So hello, Happy Nuggets. It is nice to see you. Oh, let's see. It is very nice to see you. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate that. Anyway, I think I've basically said what I wanted to say about the internet, and I definitely got a pretty good test of where we are at as far as this live stream. Now, I'm going to be doing this quite often, in fact, every single day, right around 10 o'clock. We're going to get it streamlined. We're going to get it figured out. This big giant box that's up here is going to be populated with other things. And, today was just kind of a test run, especially on TikTok, to see if we can even do it. I'm having difficulty or a little bit of trouble tying in all of the other stuff from TikTok into all the other streams. And, of course, that all goes, along with everything else we talked about. But we did get Mike in the house. Good morning. Come on here on Vert. Yep, the feed keeps buffering. So we might actually need to cut down on the number of feeds that we have going on. We might. It looks like that's going to be a thing we have to do. Which makes it not as successful today as I would have hoped. Because one of the one of the streams is going to have to go. And I think I'm okay with that. Good morning, Lego Tech Mike. How do we look on TikTok? Are we looking okay? For some reason, it's not really giving me the chat or the ability to toss the chat up in the chat box. And I don't really know why that is. I have no idea. The TikTok stream looks much better than YouTube. Well, that's good. It is, the TikTok stream is going kind of in its own little world, its own box. So that makes sense. That could be what's causing the YouTube one to have a problem. Oh, Mike sent a... Lego Tech Mike sent a rose. Well, thank you, Lego Tech Mike. I don't have any clue how to get that to activate on the screen or do anything. Because I'm stupid. So there you go. But we're going to have fun, and we're definitely going to figure it out. We're definitely going to figure it out. So it doesn't even show the chat or anything over here in my live area. I have another thing up here. I have another thing up here that has the chat in it, but it doesn't allow me to select anything or do anything. So this big box that's up here is just empty, where it should be able to be populated by people interacting. And it's not. It's not doing anything for me. So I have to figure it out. We're probably going to have to eliminate one, possibly 2 of the locations that I'm streaming to. So I think the first one to go will probably be Rumble. That'll be the one that I cut. Maybe. I don't know. Either Rumble or Twitch is going to have to be eliminated. Because obviously I need to have the bandwidth that it will get it done for me. So let's see if I can activate the TikTok source again. But I don't think I can. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not sure. But anyway, we did get a little bit of a chance to talk about how the dramatic change in what the internet is now as compared to what it used to be. The delay on YouTube is insane compared to TikTok. Yeah, no doubt. I've heard that many times. The delay, and we are on ultra. We are on YouTube. We're on the ultra latency. Now the other thing is it does say YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. And on the other one, we're getting basically the same thing. So YouTube does not like the fact that we are streaming to two different locations. My OBS does have a red appearance to it, so it's not liking it either. It says we're dropping about 50% of the frames. So let's go ahead and kill some of this stuff. I think what I'm going to do is kill this one. And let's see if it gets any better. Let's see here. I don't know. Is it going to let me do this? It's not letting me kill streams. It's very unhelpful. It's very, very, very unhelpful. I'll tell you what, it looks amazing on Rumble. But I don't know how to get it to stop. It is not wanting to, so we're going to end that live stream. Boom. Yes. Alright, so we ended the one on Rumble. Let's see if everything else picks up. Since we're just kind of playing around and testing anyways. No, I figured out how to end it. So the other thing is so TikTok would not allow me to use a virtual camera. It says you have to live stream like 3 times before you can use a virtual camera. Once we're allowed to use a virtual camera, it certainly is going to make this a lot interesting, especially if I can get the TikTok chat to show up in Social Stream Ninja, which I have not figured out yet, but we will figure that out. If we can get the TikTok chat show up in Social Stream Ninja, we're going to be able to do all kinds of cool stuff, and it's going to get very, very simple. It seems to have gotten better on YouTube after you killed it. Yep, my stuff is mostly green. It looks like. Let's see. Error. YouTube's not. It still says it's not receiving enough buffer on that one. What about on this one? We're gonna reload these up and we're gonna see if we gotta cut Twitch. We can do that too. We can definitely cut more. Those are the 2 platforms that I'm not really all that concerned about, and they certainly will streamline the process if I'm only going to certain ones. So we got the TikTok, YouTube on both of those, but let's see. So it got better, but it's not great. Kill Twitch. Alright, let's do that. We're going to go ahead and come over here. And we're going to kill Twitch. Which, of course, didn't let me. Yeah, Twitch says it's unstable, too. Alright. Stream Manager. Let's see. I know this is scintillating viewing for everyone, but this is the kind of stuff you have to kind of go through. We're doing a little bit of testing. We want to make sure that we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to put on a good live stream. So the first key there is to determine what who we could stream to, what we could stream, and all that sort of stuff. So we are off of Twitch now. It does appear that Twitch has gone down. Maybe not. Yeah. So we are off Twitch. So now we are just basically on YouTube. And now we're basically just on YouTube and TikTok. And I think the problem is, or the problem may continue to be, the fact that we are not using, the same encoder on TikTok that we are using on YouTube, which means that we could run into just encoding issues. It looks great on TikTok. If we have managed to fix the buffering and everything on YouTube, then we'll be in pretty good shape. But I don't know if it's going to be a solvable problem because of the fact that we are being forced to use TikTok's live streaming studio instead of, the other way around. But I think we're much closer. Right now it's telling me that we've got 8,000 kilobits per second going out at the same time, which is a bit high. So I can definitely adjust my bit rate and all that sort of stuff to compensate and fix the issue. I think we're probably looking at going TikTok and the two different YouTubes. Looks like it's going to have to be our standard configuration for now, because I really, quite honestly, can't keep up with much more than that. Especially given the fact that we're just figuring out how all the TikTok stuff works, and I want to make sure we get the chat connected and all that sort of stuff, which at the moment we are not getting any chat or anything like that from TikTok over on the other live stream, which is what I would like to have happen. So we're going to turn that off. We're going to close it. Nope, that turned off the whole damn thing. All right. I'm also not getting, I'm on the TikTok's live studio, and I'm not getting any physical chat. I'm not getting any physical chat in there either at all. So I don't know if it's just something where I have it set up wrong or whatever, but it's not functioning the way that you would expect it to function. That's for sure. So let's go, and we're going to connect to, let's see, this one is the shorts one, and we're going to activate so it connects to the YouTube one. We definitely know that. And so it does not connect properly. Oh, it actually did connect to the Twitch just fine. And it did connect to the Rumble pretty well as well. The TikTok one is the one where we don't really know. I mean, that could be this one here, for all I know, is where it's supposed to be connecting. And then it's not. It's not. So I don't know exactly. We're going to fix that for sure. But yeah. Anyway, you can see that this is not a bot. We are here figuring it out, doing it live. And it's going to get a lot better than this. We're going to hang out, have fun, talk things that actually matter. And you guys are going to be able to participate. Lots of cool stuff is going to happen on the streams. But when you start out, you got growing pains, And that's what we got going on right now. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to get live TikTok and YouTube together, combined. So, yeah, there you have it. The gist of this live stream was all about how bots are taking over the internet. And if you watch any videos at this point, you're seeing lots of video AI with some AI talking over that video. The thing is people complain about me using AI thumbnails and what have you. And it's like, look, I'm spending 50 hours a week putting together content that I script, that I film. If I take a shortcut to put an AI thumbnail in there, you know what? At least you're still getting free content that's sole purpose is to help you. Okay? If you really don't like it, that's fine, but what are your alternatives? Are you going to go watch the AI video with the AI voice? Is that better? No, I'm still trying to do it right. So if you're that offended by AI stuff, then you should just be thankful that there are people out there like me who are still doing it the old natural way. We're putting together video content that we script, that we write, that we spend our time, energy, and effort in, and we're providing it to you for nothing. The 5-minute shortcut of putting out a thumbnail that's AI instead of spending 3 hours creating our own thumbnail in AI, well, that should be one of those things where you should be like, I get it. I understand. It's one shortcut. I'm a one-man show. You know what I mean? I'm a one-man show. So I don't have people creating thumbnails and creating titles and, all that stuff. I write my own scripts. I film my own stuff. I edit my own stuff. If it's not done in AI, I do all of that stuff. So so saving 3 hours by having AI create a thumbnail, come on. Give me that, really. Because your alternative is the rest of YouTube, which is 75% bot content. It's almost inescapable, and it's getting harder and harder to identify. So, yeah. There you go. We've got some awesome people checking in on TikTok, and I absolutely love it. You guys are the best. I want to figure out how to be able to see your comments and communicate with you better. That's definitely something we're going to be working on here. For sure. I just haven't figured it out yet. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Please give us a follow on TikTok because we're going to figure this out, and then we're going to have a whole heck of a lot of fun. This is going to become a lot more entertaining once we get all of this stuff, figured out. Once I've got all my communication stuff in order and everybody is on the same page, it's gonna be, all bets are off. We're gonna have some friggin' fun, I'm telling you. So now it does appear that both YouTubes are in excellent working condition. Everything is prime. Even my OBS is all thumbs up. So it does appear that the ideal structure of how we're going to have to do this will be YouTube Shorts, YouTube Horizontal, and TikTok, at least for the time being, until we can, get TikTok using the virtual camera, which will make it a lot easier on the machine as well. Because right now, I do believe the TikTok Studio is encoding separately from OBS. So we've got kind of a double encoder thing going on there. But it is what it is. We got 51 viewers on TikTok, which is pretty freaking awesome. I'm hopeful that there is a way to quantify all that stuff and figure it out. But I don't know for sure. Either way, it's been a blast. I've been on here for a good, almost an hour trying to figure this stuff out. So I've bored everyone for an hour with my testing and trivial stuff. And we did talk a little bit about the topic of conversation, the subject that we wanted to converse about. We did cover some of that. You guys are going to have to tell me whether you think that, the internet is dead. I know a lot of people on TikTok weren't around long enough to really know how different the internet was even 10 years ago. They experienced the internet for the first time possibly on a cell phone, and boy, that's a heck of a lot different. That's a heck of a lot different than yeah, tap that screen, guys. It's a heck of a lot different than what the internet is now. So yeah, anyway, I love you guys. We're gonna check out first. We're gonna try to do this on the YouTube side. And then we're gonna check out. I'm gonna just stream to TikTok for a minute and see if we can figure some stuff out. So we're gonna switch over here and love all of you YouTube folks. Thank you so much for coming, hanging out, and joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for sure. If you've got thoughts or ideas on a topic that you want to talk about, bleep bloop them down in the comments. We'll see you soon.